Hi guys, how you doing today? I'm Greg and welcome to today's video. I've been thinking about the power of stories. I'm a retired school teacher. I taught for 30 years. From time to time I would ask my students what they liked best about class. And without a doubt, each time they said, when I told stories. And it just reminded me how powerful a good story is to moving a narrative or teaching a principle. Facts tell, but stories sell. Roger Bingham said, "We tell stories in order to feel at home in the universe. The belly craves food, the tongue craves water, the heart craves love, but the mind craves stories." There are really 5 basic elements to any good story. Number 1, your characters. Number 2, the setting. Number 3, the plot. 4, the conflict. And 5, the resolution. So let's put these into practice. I'm going to tell you a story today, but we need to make a little journey so that we can get the setting right. Story time. Okay, the 2 characters in this story are myself, Dad, and my youngest daughter. I was about 50 at the time. My daughter was 15. We live about 2 miles to the south. It was summertime. It was hot. The kids went to bed a little bit later, but still, it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning when this story plays out. All the kids had gone to bed. My wife had gone to bed. I finished up a project I was working on for work, and I went and I checked on each of the kids. And when I got to my youngest daughter's room, I opened her door, and lo and behold, she wasn't in there. And I'm like, what the heck? And so I started checking the bathroom, the kitchen, the front room, the family room, outside. I could not find her. And I'm like, what is going on? Well, what had happened is a group of her friends had come and picked her up, and she had snuck out of her window, went off the roof into their car, and they drove up to this pond for a little midnight swim. But unbeknownst to her, through our phone carrier, I was able to track each of the kids' phones. So I fired up the GPS, and her location started beeping about 2 miles to the north. Now, I'd never been up here. It was totally dark. There were no lights. But when I got out of the car and I could hear voices of kids, and so I walked over and I came down to the shoreline here, and I could hear the kids out there. And so I just took a chance and I said, "Maddie!" And her friend, I could hear her friend say, "Maddie, I think that's your dad." And she's like, "What? Dad, is that you?" And I'm like, "You get in here right now." I went all dad on her. And so she's making her way back in from the water. And when she got out, she's like, "Dad, what are you doing? I am so embarrassed. I'm so mad at you." And I said, "Well, I am so mad at you." And we got into the truck and we drove back home. Well, that was about 10 years ago, and I gave her a call the other day, and we were reminiscing about this story. I was getting her version, sharing what I remembered, and we had a really good laugh. The really cool part is that she is no longer a teenage girl, and I am no longer the father of a teenage girl. Anyway, there's your story. I appreciate you watching today. Stories are powerful, and maybe be thinking about that, including stories, adding stories and narratives to your video. Steve Denning had said once that dogs sniff each other. Human beings tell stories. That is our native language. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, go ahead and give it a like and consider subscribing. We'd love to have you as part of our little family as we make this journey through life. And with that, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.